everyone, welcome back to another video. This is a video I feel really needed to be made for Farming Sim. Not a whole lot of other content creators were covering this topic, and I think it's super important, especially since we've got a lot of younger fan base involved in this community, and a lot of older people too, maybe some even newer people from different communities, all looking to come in here and play this game. So whether you just came from the squads video and you just magically happen to find this video, or you've been a fan for a while and you want to start your own YouTube channel, well, welcome. Glad to have you. Welcome to the Farming Sim community. Welcome to my channel. I post videos on Farming Simulator 19. So, my name is Recon, and welcome back to the video. Or, the channel. Sorry, I've had a long day, and my brain's all kind of fried, so bear with me. What's new? So, what was my backstory? How did I gain over 1,000 subscribers with, like, I was shouted out, but, like, I wasn't really, like, advertised, I wasn't really, you know what I mean. So, I feel I pretty much accomplished it. So, we go way back to 2018, whenever I first founded the channel. I had no intention of even recording YouTube at the time. I was building boats and ships and buildings and cities for Minecraft. And it later evolved into something I thought, hey, I could make videos off of. Well, the very first few builds I did for YouTube, a lot of people were starting to run around with my ideas, and I just couldn't bear it and moved to a different game to where I wouldn't have to worry about that. Came Farming Sim. I made that move after I watched a couple of the squad's videos. They came right up in my recommended feed, and after 3 hours I was sold. I was buying Farming Simulator 19, or 17 at the time, that next day. So, I was never really a fan of Farming Simulator. I played it on my phone and all that every now and then. But 17, I watched a lot of the squad's videos. I was in the squad official Discord. I can't remember what it was actually called. It was like Squad Gaming Server or something like that. One of you guys can tell me what it was called in the comments. I know there's going to be someone that was from that original Discord. Then I went, after it changed over to the farming community, I was appointed a staff member within 6 months. I spent a year and a half as a staff member, and that's kind of how people started to get to know me. Not only as a person, but as a content creator. Because that's where I kind of got my start for videos. I made those couple in Minecraft, but right whenever I hit staff in the farming community, one of those admins who I hit it off with, super great, his name is CJ. He's a Canada kid. He's super cool. I consider him a friend. I almost consider him a brother. He gave me an opportunity that I will never forget in my life. He pulls me aside in a voice chat and says, I'm going to give you the opportunity of a lifetime. I know you want to start YouTube. How about I put you in contact with Spencer TV? And at that time, I was kind of like tossing around the idea of YouTube. I never really was fully pitched. But right whenever Spencer's name got dropped, everything changed. I felt like, oh my god, I may actually have a chance, I had that feeling, And I started with, I want to say it was Chippewa County. I think that was the name of the map, and I recorded with Spencer, I want to say, almost a year around. So, before CJ put me in contact with him, I had a spot in the squad official tournament for Farming Sim 19, which pretty much fried my computer. There were some mods in there that I guess my computer wasn't built for, but I got to have a conversation with Grant one-on-one, and I want to say me and him were in voice chat for 4 hours, and he was giving me nothing but solid advice for becoming a YouTuber. What's some things I could do? What could I eventually tell you guys in a video? And I guess now is the time. We are officially 6 minutes into the video and I haven't even started yet. That's kind of sad. So, what are some things that I would do, or that I have done? As you can see, looking up through from over the year of recording, obviously I went through and removed a couple videos that I thought were just below par, that I really just did not feel great with. As a content creator, you'll kind of do that, but straight out of the gun, take it from me, if you do not have the time to dedicate to it, don't do it. You know, I started YouTube with a ton of free time before I even gotten into a job. Now, here's my daily schedule. 6 in the morning, I'm up for school. And I'm at school till, I want to say, 3:30, roughly, because that's whenever I'll be transitioning over to work, which is at 4. At work, I'm usually there till sundown or later, which is in the winter around 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, which whenever I get home and I eat and shower, that's pretty much bedtime at that point. So once school gets cut out of the equation, I may have some more time to dedicate to YouTube. Sorry. So, coming straight from me, that's, if you don't have the time for it, don't do it. So, a lot of us content creators do not do a good job of emphasizing it, but the modders are what make this game what it is. You know, I love Giants game. I love Giants in general, but they can only do so much with what they can give us from copyright. The fact that they support the game for the people to mod it is why Farming Sim is such a, I want to say, versatile game. And you might be thinking, what? Well, name another game other than 5M that you can hook up a trailer, go camping. You can take a razor out and go mudding. You can do some trucking with American Truck Simulator, but why would you load up a different game if you can do it right in Farm Sim, you know? It's just, you can even go racing in Farm Sim if you really wanted to. You can go fishing, you know? You can do all this different stuff, and the game allows it, you know? The game doesn't just straight up say, no, not allowed. You know, so the fact that the game can be modded, the modders who are insane. I mean, just looking at this picture, someone had to make that trailer, both those trucks, and that razor, and the map. You know, they give us content creators our content. You know, we cannot make videos without our modders, and I think we need to do a better job of recognizing that. Moving on. I know whenever I come back, I will make sure that modders get a lot more credit around the community. So, getting into the whole point of this video, which is about 7, 8, 9 minutes into the video. So, you need to trust people, or have a group of friends that you can trust straight off the bat. You know, as much as I preach community for videos with private mods or videos where you need certain people to play a certain role, have yourself a crew, a group of people you can just depend on. that will help you immensely. Um, Giant's role in the community is pretty much, well, they give us content creators tools and stuff to make our videos more entertaining, and they also give you players tools to make your game more entertaining, and they are the game creators. That's pretty much how that works. Not only that, Giants really, the community really doesn't acknowledge it as much, but Giants is really trying to reach out into the community, and they're trying to do what City Skylines is doing, have global collaborations. They're doing the FSL tournaments, and FSL is FS League, I think. Yeah. They've got all these different DLCs. If you look at their YouTube channel, there's the hay stacking tournaments, and it's just a lot of fun. Sorry. Weather change in Michigan, and it's hitting me pretty hard. So, now we go into planning your video. Just like how I am planning this video. I have a whole set of bullet points to cover. As for your video, say you want to go camping. Okay, camping. What am I going to do? Am I going to hook up a trailer and just go for it and wing it? Or am I going to stop by and talk to a friend and have a friend come with me? Am I going to go off-roading? Am I going to go camping? And from there, you can kind of piece together your story as your video's going on. Yeah, obviously, it's better to have a plan together before you execute the video, but that's just my opinion. You can obviously probably wing it if you're good at winging it, but like I said, you need to put time into your videos. And you need to put time into your editing, which I'm using Adobe Premiere. Like I said, I do not have a whole lot of time to dedicate to YouTube right now. So typically what a YouTuber in my position would do is they would just get themselves an editor. But I just don't think I am to a point where an editor would be a good investment. I can't afford to pay someone for editing my videos. That's just the way it is. However, I use Adobe Premiere, and my knowledge with this program is very limited. Basic stuff is really all I can do. I'm still working on it. I know a lot of other people are still working on it, and there's lots of tutorials. Maybe that's something you could do for content. You need to have something to record with. I know me and a lot of other content creators are using open broadcast software, OBS. I know a lot of other people are using Streamlabs, and I know a lot of people are using I forgot the name of it, but name will come to me later, and I'll feel like an idiot. But yes, you need to record before you can even worry about editing. And then your thumbnail. What us content creators usually do is through our dev controls, whether that is you go in and you edit your game files, or you use the F11 mod, which is called Easy Dev Controls. We go into our dev controls and we adjust our FOV, and we turn off our game HUD and all that. Now our FOV we usually set at about 30 or 25 for our thumbnails, which is kind of what you see going on here, where it's kind of zoomed right in and all of that. We don't crop our pictures, because whenever you crop the picture, you're pulling a lot of detail out of the picture, and it won't be as high resolution. That came straight from Grant. What Grant used to do for thumbnails, and I don't know if he still does, but what he does is he'll record a clip of video, like a 10-second clip, and will export his thumbnail from that. I know I was told that. I don't know if he still does that, but there's a suggestion for you. What I usually do is I just screenshot it from here, which is F12 on my keyboard, which is through Steam. It may be different for yours. Thumbnails, you need to spend your most time editing. Before you even, your thumbnails, apart from your title, what is the first thing you saw whenever you clicked on this video? The thumbnail has to grab attention while still looking good and not being clickbait, you know. You kind of want them to wonder, what's this video about? So that's how that goes. Then we get into organizing video clips. How do you organize all this content you are recording? For me, on my desktop, I have a whole folder for YouTube, and then I categorize it by the game. So for Farming Sim, then within Farming Sim, I have my edited videos, unedited videos, random clips for, say, intros and stuff, and that's just kind of how that all fits together. That's all it is to it. What else do I need to cover? Okay, as a content creator, you can't think you are better than your fans. A lot of content creators don't, but it's something that really needs to be mentioned. People are looking up to you as a content creator, especially if you are getting some steam rolling and you are growing. You know, if you are going to treat others how you want to be treated, that's the best way I can describe it. If you are going around being ignorant, thinking you are better than everyone in your community, a lot of people are going to tend to stay away. If you go out and you're always asking your community or your community's opinions, say, hey, I can't decide on a thumbnail. What do you guys think? Or, hey, who wants to do a public live stream and come play with me? You know, keep your community engaged with you, and then you could probably try to collaborate with other content creators, which is something I think should have already been happening in Farming Sim. If I'm being honest, I was pretty shocked that not a whole lot of content creators collaborate with each other. So what I'm meaning by this is, yes, there are content creators collaborating. You know, you got Grant going with Austin, Buck, Jake, both of them, Austin and Jake. Congratulations on 100,000. You know, this is very late in the video to be saying it, but you two are like brothers to me, and it really means a lot that you guys made that happen. So, good stuff. Go check them out if you haven't already. But Austin and Buck, I think Squad Farms and Grant, all them. And sometimes you'll see Bolt, Ian, Spencer, but they usually kind of stick together. I think and it's usually the same thing with Spencer, CJ, Ian, Bolt. Sometimes you'll see some of them come in. I think if they kind of took City Skylines as a role model, okay? I've been watching a lot of City Skylines recently. It's a game that I'm kind of getting interested in. But I'm like a redneck and I know nothing about a city other than it's a big concrete jungle. But just the way their community works is so fascinating. Paradox Interactive will set up like a global collaboration for content creators. I think Farm Sim could do something like that. So content creators working with each other, lifting each other up, bringing the community with them, making it more of a family-like, you know. I think if the content creators kind of felt more like brothers and family, maybe they'd notice stuff would get a little better around the community as far as people's act, or there's just a lot of stuff behind the scenes that's kind of I'm referencing. So now you're starting to grow some steam and you want to maybe invest in a new computer. Well, here's the best advice I can give you. Pre-record, and don't build it if you can't afford it. I made that mistake right off the bat. I want to say it was May and last year, after the pandemic rolled out and everyone was staying home, and prices on the computer parts I noticed were going down. Well, I wasn't able to push past, I want to say, 10 FPS at times. So I decided to step up my computer, and it took me, I want to say, 2 or 3 months to complete the build because, well, I sold off the parts and then had to save up for new ones. That's kind of how it went. Um, so if you don't have cash in hand, don't do it because you got to get yourself rolling. Buy the parts for your computer before you sell your old stuff, please. And if you're going to be gone for, like, say, a week, pre-record. So, into investments for the channel, obviously, you don't want to go out and buy yourself a Lamborghini. Um, you know, unless you're making a ton of money off of YouTube. You got to be smart with what you're buying. Grant is a perfect role model. Um, I look up to Grant with the way he handles his money so much, and he's very open about how he does it. If you look at his Grant Hilbert channel for his farm, his IRL farm, he goes through and talks about how it all ties together and how he was able to finance a farm. I saw that video and it was super, super interesting to me how that happened. All this being said, I hope this is something you can take to heart, and maybe you walked away with something you didn't know. Maybe you would like to attempt to make a video. The worst I could say is maybe you make a couple videos and you just decide it's not your thing. Other than that, everyone, I miss this so much. I miss sitting in the chair with my buddies online making videos. I really want to get back to it. Hopefully within the next few months, I'll be to a point where I can actually sit down for longer than 10 minutes and actually be able to make a video. I just got lucky. I had a day off today, so I wanted to put something out for you guys. Have a good day, guys, honestly. Let me know if you thought this video was pretty relevant in the comments. If not, well, at least thank you for stopping by. And you guys have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.